What if tomorrow, every ocean on Earth suddenly began to boil? Imagine watching vast blue waters bubble and steam, no longer gentle and life-giving, but seething and deadly. Hi everyone, this is Future Quest, and today we're diving into a wild, terrifying thought experiment. What would happen if all the world's oceans turned to boiling water? Let's set the scene. The seas cover about 70% of the planet's surface, governing climate, weather, life. Now visualize those vast waters heated beyond safety, reaching boiling point minus 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. In our scenario, a sudden spike in planetary energy or an unknown external event triggers the oceans to boil. At first, the water around coastlines begins to steam. Waves hiss and collapse. Marine life flees or perishes. Let's walk through how this plays out, from the immediate chaos to the long-term planetary transformation. In the early moments, the heat shock kills plankton and coral reefs instantly. The base of the marine food pyramid collapses. Large fish, mammals, creatures adapted to stable ocean tone cannot survive in vaporizing superhot water. Meanwhile, as water boils, enormous amounts of water vapor flood the atmosphere. Thick steam blankets the skies. That vapor adds greenhouse warming, triggers extreme storms, giant hurricanes fueled by heat and moisture. On land, coastal cities are hit by supercharged tsunamis and steam surges. Infrastructure is obliterated. Inland, the pattern of rainfall shifts dramatically. With oceans no longer behaving as they used to, the water cycle breaks down. Rivers run dry or flood unpredictably. Agriculture fails. Deserts expand as rainfall collapses. Over weeks and months, global climate systems unravel. Jet streams shift. Monsoons fail. Sea levels change as water expands, then evaporates. The atmosphere becomes humid, dense, oppressive. Breathable air is compromised by steam, salt, minerals from evaporated seas. Erosion, landslides, collapse of ecosystems on land become everyday events because the foundational ocean system has changed. Moving into years and decades, the oceans are no longer liquid expanses. They're thinning, boiling away, leaving salt concentrations skyrocketing. Marine biodiversity is essentially wiped out. Creatures that once relied on stable oceans vanish or retreat into isolated deep pockets. With the ocean heat content gone, the planet loses its giant buffer of heat and carbon. Climate swings become wild and extreme. Without the ocean's regulating role, daytime heating becomes extreme, nighttime cooling extreme, weather patterns chaotic. The planet begins to resemble a system nearing the fate of Venus. Runaway greenhouse. Dense steam atmosphere, surface too hostile for complex life. Here's the twist. Such an event is wildly improbable under current science. But the thought shows how delicate the balance really is. We often assume oceans are invincible, but they're in fact massive climate regulators. If they fail, everything fails. So the takeaway: our oceans aren't just background scenery. They're central to life, climate, weather, and our future. And though our scenario is extreme, it reminds us of the fragility of planetary systems and the importance of keeping them healthy. If the oceans can't cool, absorb carbon, regulate heat, then we face outcomes we'd rather imagine. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into a world where oceans boil scary, but powerful to think about. If you found this video intriguing, alarming, or thought-provoking, please give it a like and subscribe to Future Quest for more explorations of what-if questions about our planet.